Okay guys, so this is our last bowl, and it's a huge bowl of chanterelles. I've cleaned 3 or 4 of these. These are kind of dried now. So I've had several people say, how do you clean them? How do you prep them for the freezer? So I'm just going to show you. I turn on the water, actually probably heavier than you would think. The water's really hot. Let me see if I can put that in the video for you. There we go. So I turn on our water pretty high, just not super high, but, and then clean toothbrush, one designated for food, or this was a brand new one. It was just one I don't like. And you just scrub them, but you have to kind of look in every nook and cranny. I was talking to my friend and she's like, oh my gosh, she said, did you get the things done? I said, no. I said, I spent 3 hours cleaning them yesterday. You don't want them like soaking in water. Just use your fingernail or whatever. Once it's clean, I pop it in a colander over here, and that's going to let it kind of drip dry, because I don't really want it to you know, to sit in water. So I mean, it's just very time consuming, and Clint's gotten out of most of it. He has been doing a lot of other stuff. We do have a sale right now on the ink blenders, so those are selling like crazy. And then we had an issue with one of our products, so we're waiting on some to get here, and then that's what I do. So, but yeah, we left these out and they kind of dried a little bit, which kind of helped get rid of some of the dirt and stuff. See, like these, they're kind of curled under, so you just want to kind of pry them apart. That one was easy. If they were all that easy, it wouldn't be that difficult. So you just want to get all the dirt off. People say don't really run them through water, but there's really no other way. Especially because it was muddy up there when we picked these up. And you know, when it's muddy, of course, the product is going to be muddy. So, and then sometimes I bring this and just kind of score all that dirt off of there. You could dry these if you wanted. Today we're just going to saute them and show you how we, sorry, there's a cat on the thing over here. Show you how that we prep them for winter. But yeah, no. Some of them, if they look gross, I just cut them down.
Wilbur do.
Wilbur's up beside me. The cats don't listen to, I mean, look at that dirt, you know, so you're just going to really clean them. I mean, you clean them as well as you want to clean them. You're the one eating them. I like them really clean, though. You know, I was thinking about, like, clam chowder. They say, Wilbur, please. Sorry. Clam chowder, they say, you can tell it's clean if you get little bites of dirt. I don't care. I don't want dirt in my food.
No.
But yeah, that's how you can tell it if it's a fresh clam chowder. I don't know where I heard that from, but yeah. That's not my idea of a good time. So maybe I clean them more than, but yeah, I mean, you're doing individual. What I've been doing, like I said, is, I don't know if I said it here or earlier, but you put it, you usually put on like a iPad, put on a, like Andy Griffith or something, and I just listen to that. And I usually have a strainer like in my sink, and then, you know, every few minutes I just empty that into the trash, because you don't want to mess up your plumbing. Just kind of. But yeah, you can dry these. You know, you can either put them in a dehydrator, or you can, like this one's kind of hard to get in there, or you can just set them in a dry place for like 2 weeks, I think, and let them dehydrate on their own naturally. We don't have a dehydrator. I don't know why, but you'd think we would, as much stuff as we do, but yeah. Could probably even freeze dry them. Freeze dryers though are expensive. So yeah, so Lindy, if you're watching, this is what I did for hours, because hours and hours yesterday, and probably take at least 3 or 4 hours to finish this bowl. True story. And, you know, I have to sit down like every half hour or every hour because my back starts cramping. So it just kind of, I just use my fingernail. You know, if I'm not sure if it's dirt, I remove it. Some people, like I said, they say don't put water on them. But do whatever you have to do.
Well, it's the only way to get the dirt.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do what you have to do, or I do. Did you set the timer for that?
No, I didn't know how long.
About an hour? Yeah, about an hour. So, you know, so yeah, that's it. I just wanted to, I had several people ask me how we prep them and how we save them for winter. That's about it, you know. That one, I mean, some of them are really kind of gross, so I either toss them or cut off, you know, all the gross part. These are really dry because, like I said, I think today is like day 7 that since we picked them. So we're just about done, but yeah, it takes a while. You can't really do it all in one day.
No.
It takes a little bit of time to clean them, or a lot of time. So yeah, but I think if you have the water about like what we have it right here, it kind of is just enough of a little puddle that it kind of rinses out that stuff. You know, it just kind of hits it just right, and we never used to turn it up this high, but I think that's the best thing. Again, anytime you're eating mushrooms, you do want to make sure you cook them. Wild mushrooms, because of bacteria and stuff. Just make sure they're well prepped. You don't want to die over a mushroom.
Nope.
That's our motto. Mushroom is not worth dying over. So know what you're picking. Know, you know, what you're eating. When in doubt, don't eat it, you know. That one looks pretty good, but yeah. So that's what we do. Hours on end during mushroom season. Oops, that one fell apart. So this one, talk you through this one. I could throw the whole thing and just say, you know, it fell apart. I'm just gonna toss it or whatever. But I just get in there, kind of clean through it. Try to save as much as I can. It's a lot of work, but you know, it's worth it. And it will definitely be worth it in the dead of winter.
It will, yeah.
When we're
definitely
using really mushrooms, when we're eating really yummy ones. So that's about all, but look at this one. It's just really yucky looking. It's kind of, I don't know. It already looks like it's been sauteed. I don't want that. It just seems like it shouldn't. Yeah. Use your judgment. You know what you're willing to eat and what you're not. And if you can process 15 pounds of mushrooms in a couple of hours, you do have our respect, because it's a lot of work, especially, yeah. So yeah, so we will be doing that most of the day. Hopefully you guys saw that pretty goodly. See, this one's kind of just turning. If it turns, I just don't do it. I mean, I'd rather, but yeah, if you can process them a lot quicker, then yeah, you definitely have our respect. And if you have tips, let us know, because I'm sure somebody will have a tip out there for us.
Well, but that's supposed to be thick. It takes a long
Yeah,
time.
it does take us a long time. It's not like we can just go in and process them all at one time. But we're getting there. So yeah, so in 10 minutes we got that much done. So yeah, a couple of hours probably. And next I'll show you how we fix them and stick them in the freezer. So we'll see you then. Okay, once you get them all cleaned, which took hours and hours.
Days.
It did take days. Yesterday alone I spent 3 hours just cleaning chanterelles. I still have one bowl left, as you guys saw earlier. And but yeah, this is how we prep them for the freezer. Nothing, it's not rocket science, I guess, as they would say. Very simple. You're just going to saute them up. But Clint's chopping them. I'm going to let this melt a little bit more.
Butter, real butter.
Butter, real butter. We don't use real butter too often. But for things like this we do. I mean, yeah, Clint's like, I love butter. Well, we both love butter, but I try to eat it a little healthier. Hold on. So that is melted pretty well. We just throw our mushrooms in there. I don't want to crowd the pan too much because these release a lot of water. And then I just sprinkle with salt, which helps it release water. And then we're just going to cook it down until all the water dissipates. So, let me look. Let me grab a spatula. You'll see the water. It kind of, these might not be as bad as the fresh ones. Most of these were kind of dried. A little bit drier than the first ones we did. But this preps them really nice for the freezer, so you can have them all year long, so, or all winter long. We go through them really fast. We had some with eggs this morning and bacon. So good. But you want to get them cleaned as quickly as possible. But you know, as you're standing there washing them, such a long process to clean them. And I've never had 15 pounds before, and I think we kind of overdid it. But too, you don't want to waste it because it's a, you know, it's a big commodity. And I want to, you know, take care of what God has provided for us, which is yummy chanterelles. Will we get more this year? I'm not sure. We still have, what is August, a good month or so of mushroom season, maybe 2 months. So we might get more. You know, it's kind of, I would think, like giving birth, you're kind of like, ah, remember all the pain of cleaning all those mushrooms? Kind of like that, you forget the pain. Let's get another 15 pounds of mushrooms. Well, Clint's been working so hard, so I've been cleaning them. I just put on my iPad, put on a movie or YouTube, or I've been watching Andy Griffith. And just watch it, and then, you know, after 1 or 2 of them are over, I go sit down because I have back issues and I don't want to overdo it. So I just do a little at a time. But yeah, hours and hours. I think we've spent 5 or 6 hours and I still have a bowl to clean. So, which I'll show you guys at the beginning, or I have showed you guys. So I'm going to add it to the front of this video. See, all the liquid is coming out.
Oh, hi, sweetie pie.
And you just want all that liquid to dissipate because you want it pretty dry. And I don't know if that's how the professionals do it. This is how we do it. We do it our way.
Yeah.
We're not claiming to be professionals.
Yeah, it's just the way we do it.
But when you are cleaning your mushrooms, you do want to make sure that everything you're cleaning is a chanterelle, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't want, especially if you have someone who doesn't really know how to pick mushrooms, you just want to double check and make sure everything is. Yeah.
Hey, do you know chanterelle have 2 lookalikes?
Chanterelle has 2 lookalikes? Really?
There's a lobster, and then there is the jack-o'-lantern.
Isn't one edible?
The lobster, I think, is somewhat edible. But
I know the
jack-o'-lantern
jack-o'-lantern is poisonous, and that's how people, they think it's so pretty, it's got to be edible, so they
But, you know,
pick
it's
it
shiny.
anyways. Is it?
Yeah, I looked at the. Yeah, it's the top of it.
I knew the jack-o'-lantern. I guess I wasn't familiar with the other one.
I think it's called lobster, I think.
But I think when you're cleaning them, they almost have like that lobster, you know, like a shrimp
Smell
texture. No, I think like a texture. Kind of falls apart, kind of like a shrimp, or I don't know. So just about like that, we just make sure most of the moisture's off, and then we'll put it in a bowl. So let me get a bowl, and we'll just let it cool. And then we'll fry up the next batch. I think we have, how many batches do we have?
Too many.
Probably about 4 today.
Yeah, probably.
I don't really let them get brown or anything. So
Well, we freeze them and then we'll.
yeah, we'll cook them more later. But that's just going to, that's how we spread it a long time ago, and that's how we prep them to freeze. And then we'll freeze them in one of those sealable,
Sealing thing.
what's it called?
Suck and seal.
It's a suck and seal. I don't think that's the name of it, baby.
Hey, good enough for me.
But it's one where it takes away the air from your thing. And then we just put it over here, and I just want them really nice and cool before we put them in the sealer.
Vacuum seal.
Vacuum seal, that's what it's called. So, and we got about a cup probably of mushrooms from that batch. So we'll have about 5 or 6 cups, and I'll probably seal them in cup increments.
Ooh,
And that way we can just take directly from there. You know, mushrooms don't have any really calories or fat or anything except for that butter. So I don't mind using, you know, quite a bit of butter. It makes it yummy too. Okay guys, so I thought we would seal these. And we just got these, got these bags on Amazon. I will link that below. And then we just put these in, but things last so much better in these bags.
And it's just so nice to use the suck and sealer, I tell you.
Yeah,
it's just so nice.
So yeah, and it just keeps your food fresh. It doesn't get freezer burn. Then you just put in whatever, then you just put in whatever you want to, however much you want. And then you really want to wipe out the inside if you dribble all over, but go ahead. Let's see if we can show that on camera. Push this back this way. And what this is just a vacuum sealer. It's called a Food Saver. I will link that below as well. Then it's going to suck all the air out and seal it. So you can see that. Just sucks all that air, the juice and stuff. Ours, for some reason, doesn't go directly from vacuum to seal, so we push that button and it's fine. And then I always label them, and that's all there is to it. So that's how we protect them. For, you might want to just grab a or a paper towel. There's moisture in them, even though we cooked it all out. Let me try to get in video. Sorry, this is not a very good fit it. But yeah, just
Perfect. We have carrots to do.
yeah, we've had this machine for years and
Yeah,
years and
it's been a
years.
good machine.
It really has. And then these bags from Amazon, you don't have to create the bottom or anything. And I recently just taught Clint how to do it. How to do the bags, even though it's pretty simple. Just do that, make sure most of the air is gone. And then I just hit seal. But yeah, it keeps your food really, really fresh. So that's a food saver. And it's just amazing. We love it.
Been a
So
blessing.
it has been. So we put everything in here that we're going to keep, you know, 2 or 3 months in the freezer or longer.
Yeah,
And
just make sure there's nothing.
yeah, make sure there's nothing hindering it, because sometimes, you know, but if it is, just wipe out your bag before you sell
Yeah.
it. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and we will see you guys in the next video. See you soon. Bye.
Alright, guys. Oh, thank you for visiting.
Bye.